We got back from Bournemouth late yesterday afternoon, and now we're home in dear old Painswick, well, on the edge of dear old Painswick, and God, it's lovely to be back in the countryside, I have to say it. I'm walking along Kingsmill Lane, our lane now, up towards Richmond Retirement Village, where there is a spa. Because I've been for a jog. I've been for a jog around the block, and now I'm going to go up to the spa, do a bit of swimming, a bit of steam room, a bit of jacuzzi, and then I read an extract from a novel to some of the residents. Now, I've been doing it probably about 2 or 3 years even now, and the residents choose the novel to read, and the one I'm reading at the moment is it's Joyce Grenfell's first autobiography. I think she's written several, 2 or 3, I think, and so that's my morning. It's a grey old day with low misty cloud over Juniper Hill, which overlooks this valley, and then comes down to the Painswick stream, the stream in the bottom of the valley, and then I'm on the other side. Cherry trees on the other side, and I don't know if you can hear some of the birds they're singing at the moment. I look up left, there's a couple of horses standing there, looking shell-shocked at the weather. I know the feeling, mate. Actually, I can't imagine what it must be like to have to stand in a field all night long, regardless of the weather. When the route of the little block that I jog, there's a ram in the field, and also in another field there are usually some cows. And sometimes the ram comes over to me for a hello. I call him Aries, of course. And he likes a pat on the head. Sometimes he can't be bothered. Oh, there's a car coming up the lane. There's a great big van coming up the lane. I better get over here, because the lane's not very wide. Then it's brown in the sun. Sure, get me toes out of the way of that one. And right, that's Piccadilly Circus for us here. It could be worse, couldn't it? Yeah, I was telling you about Aries and the cows. On a frosty morning, they're covered in frost. I don't know why I should be so surprised, really, because they've been in the field all night. And so why should I be surprised that they're covered in frost? But they don't seem to mind. They don't seem to mind. Oh, there's another car coming up. There's another great van, big white van. I'm coming up side alley into a cul-de-sac, I'm glad to say. Catkins are out, beautiful. Okay, tomorrow I'm hoping to get to the nearest St. Swithin's church. It's at a place called Brookthorpe, and it's only about 10 minutes away, and by car, that is. And I'm very much looking forward to that, actually. I'm hoping the weather's not too bad, because I want to take photographs, etc., etc., and because one of my projects, as I sort of briefly mentioned in my last audio diary, is a sort of autobiography memoir. No, what's the difference between an autobiography and a memoir? I don't know. Anyway, that's one of the projects that I've started this year. And another project is researching a book about all the St. Swithin churches in the UK, possibly in the world. There was a van coming down. This is big wide road here. Plenty of room. He won't run me over. Famous last words. Yes. There are a surprising number, actually. You might not think so, but there are. And some are saying Swithin with an IN at the end, and some are saying Swithin, UN at the end, because UN is the more original sort of Anglo-Saxon, or yeah, I think so, Anglo-Saxon spelling. But I will tell you more about St. Swithin tomorrow. Hopefully, if the weather's decent, tomorrow. Okay. Right, as you can hear, I'm so fit. It's not even a steep hill, this one. It is a slight incline. Right. Okay, have a good day. Thanks for listening.